Hello and welcome back to Tenacious Sports. This is your host Earl, and today we're going to play some APBA Soccer. This is a continuation of the 2020-21 Alternative Premier League. Usually for this particular project, I have done games which feature teams that have a lot of support. Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal. Tried to pick games that have some interesting storylines and maybe the top players in the world. The Premier League itself is that kind of league, and this project is based around creating an alternative home and home against each team's schedule. So 38 games for each team. So this is like a 380 match project. But in this case, I thought, let's go ahead and show a game that might be typical of a project if you're getting into something long and tedious. You're not going to get to play the Manchester City versus Manchester United, derby, or, the North London derby every time, or Liverpool and Manchester United. You're not going to get those matches all the time. You're going to have to play ones like this, or actually, this isn't even like, if you look at the list on the left side, or to my left, there are worse matchups that we're going to have this season. But this is one that has the opportunity. I don't know. Let's see what happens with it. But you're going to have to find narratives out of games like this. Everton hosting Fulham. Everton. Next door neighbors to Liverpool FC up there in the northwest of Great Britain. Merseyside, their stadiums, Anfield and Goodison Park, are not that far apart, just almost like separated by a field, if you will. So Everton is in the process of getting new ownership, new lifeblood to the team, basically money, right? So they're also in the process of beginning the journey towards a new stadium, which is desperately needed. This particular stadium has a long history, and they need expanded seating to match their intent, which is they would love to get back to European football. So they are a good team, but they're kind of like mid-table, right around 10th. In the long run, probably. And so 14, they're a little bit light here in these standings with two draws so far. Fulham, on the other hand, they are what you would almost call a yo-yo club, which means in the other thing in the Premier League is you have promotion and relegation. So the bottom three teams move down to the Championship, which is one below the Premier League. The top three teams. Well, the top two teams and then the winner of a 3 through 6 playoff, those three teams move up to the Premier League. And that's Fulham. And they tend to be a team that bounces back and forth between the Premier League and the Championship. May spend a couple of years in the Championship, rebuild a little bit, retool, get back, and that's what they've done here. So they're not, they are owned by the same family that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. So as much as they do have a rich owner, their owner tends to be more focused on making sure that they turn a profit. And so if they get to Premier League, they're not going to go hog wild into buying new players. Instead, they'll buy some, but they're probably going to try to get in loans and things like that to maybe be able to persist. And that's one of the things here in this match against a mid-table team on the road. They're okay probably with a loss. What they would love probably is a draw. They've already gotten one draw this season against Leeds United. So if they could get a point here and live to fight another day against some of these teams like West Bromwich Albion, they're going to be a relegation candidate. Burnley's going to be a relegation candidate. Sheffield United for sure. If they can get some wins, get 3 points, especially at home against some of those teams, and maybe even pull a couple of wins against the 12 through 16, 17 place teams, ranking teams, power rankings, let's say. Maybe they have a shot to finish just out of the bottom. So that's going to be their goal here. Probably play some defense, see if they can hold 0-0, maybe get 1-1. And if they are lucky enough to win 1-0, they will be happy. Everton, on the other hand, they're going to want 3 points here against a minnow. I mean, Fulham is from London, so it's not like they're a small market team at all. But as we would know, if you look at this table here, there are probably 5 or 6 teams from London, and they're probably they're not one of the smaller ones, but they just, Craven Cottage, they love it when they get up to the Premier League, but they know that it's probably going to be tough for them to stay. And these are two teams that have had a history of former United States players, internationals. Landon Donovan had a spell at Everton, as did Tim Howard, the great goalkeeper. Clint Dempsey had some of his best years of his career at Fulham. And Fulham now does have Anthony Robinson, a left back that plays for the United States men's national team. So we'll get to see him a little bit, and we'll see who wins this. Kind of expecting an Everton victory here, but we will see. That's why we play these games out. So let's get to the match. Let's get to Goodison. It's going to be Everton hosting the Cottagers. And so let's just go through the lineups real quick here. For Everton, goalie is Jordan Pickford. Back line will be a 4-man back line. Actually, we'll call it a 3-man back line. They're going to have Holgate, Keane, and Mina as their back 3, with wide wing backs in Andre Gomez and Seamus Coleman. He'll be on the right, Gomez on the left. 3 central midfielders will be Thomas Davies, excuse me. I get Thomas and Ben mixed up. They're on different teams. Abdoulaye Doucouré and Gylfi Sigurdsson, and then the 2 forwards will be Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin for a approximate 3-5-2 or 3-4-1-2, if you want to call it that. Sigurdsson being an attacking midfielder for Fulham. They're going to go 4-5-1. They have issues because they are trying to bring in defenders. They haven't joined the club yet, so we're having to go with Hector and Ream in the back line. Ream, another American. Hector, as well as Tete. They will both be fatigued, so they cannot have the ball anywhere closer to goal than zone F. But it'll be Tet on the right, Robinson on the left, and then Hector and Ream center backs. And then the 5 midfielders, the outside midfielders, will be Bobby Reed and Joe Bryan. And then in the center of midfield is going to be Anguissa, Harrison Reed, and Mario Lemina. And up front will be Ivan Cavallero. And so that's how it will go. I'm going to use dice. I haven't been as much of late. I tend to use a dice roller app, but we're going to go we're going to go 4-5-1 for Fulham against 4-4-2 for Everton. So 36 means Everton, the home team, will get the ball first. They're going to kick it off to F. As you can see down at the bottom of the screen on the left side, when we have loose ball, since Everton has a team rating that's 1 better than Fulham, 9 versus 8, they get an extra loose ball per 36, so it's 11-41 versus 42-66 for Fulham. 50-50 is 11-36, of course. And then defensively, Both teams should be 3, but with Fulham having these 2 defenders on fatigue, I'm dropping them to a 2. So here we go. Kickoff to F64. Red will be red first. So that'll be F10. So Tom Davies, 43, and that is going to be a foul committed. He committed the foul, and we have to go and see who. So it's 63, 9 for Fulham. Foul suffered guy is going to be Anthony Robinson. And then we will... No card. So that's going to bring up a free kick for Fulham. 9 on the direct free kick. That'll be to Zone D. And D26 will be player 3. That's going to be Bobby Reed. 61 is a 45, and that's going to be out of bounds. 3rd minute, throw in. Throw in 2 is going to go to B, so that's a good result there for Everton. But it's going to be B64 is going to be player 8. It's going to be Michael Keane, the defender. But he's going to get a 1 on the 66 there, so a 1 in Zone B is going to be a shot. And so we look up, and we're going to roll for his... There's going to be no assist, so we're going to drop him to... so he's going to get 3 for B. And down in the right-hand corner, you can see the zone adjust. So for B, you get to add 3 to the shot on goal number, which is the shot on goal is 32. So that goes up to 35, but without an assist, we drop 1. So 34, we will re-roll. 24, it's on goal. Will Fulham already be behind the 8 ball here? Let's see. Here's Ariola's card. 11, no. It's going to be a rebound to A, though, so it could generate a chance right here, right off the bat. Rebound to A, so a save made by Ariola. And they do get the rebound, since that is within the loose ball check. When you have that rebound to A, you do the loose ball check, A56. That's going to be player 6. That's going to be Andre Gomez. So can they have a follow-up shot? Maybe a foul here. You never know. Let's see. 42, 37 in A. That's going to be a defensive check against 2 and 22. That'll be a steal for Fulham to E. So they withstand that first barrage by Everton. So E5 is going to be Joe Bryan, 41. That's 40 in E. That'll be a header to E. So another loose ball check. It's going to be lost to the home team. So X. 64, that'll be 10. Davies again. It's control 32 in X for Davies is 36. That would be a header to D if they can retain possession. Loose ball, 46 will be lost to the away. X55, that'll be player 9. So Hector can get it in X. That's this guy right here, 46. He is going to get fouled. And the player who is responsible for that, that's going to be the most likely to commit a foul, which is going to be Tom Davies. Lunges in. And it's going to be a yellow at least. Will it be a red? If it's an 11 here, and it's not. So that's a yellow card for Davies. And that's going to lead to a free kick in X. So A free kick in X, that's a 7, so that's going to be the B for Fulham. Cottagers 35, and that'll be player 3. That's going to be Bobby Reed again. He's going to have another chance with the ball at his feet. 61 though is going to be 45, and he kicks it out of bounds again. He's had two of those that have led to out of bounds. Same roll, 41. So throw in 8 is going to be the F. And F11, so it's going to be the first player. It's going to be Richarlison in F. 64. It's 21 in F, so that'll be X8. So they'll hold on to possession here. The Toffees. Keane, 16, and 44 in X is going to be out of bounds. Leads to throw in. That's 7. That'll be E. 52 is going to be 8. But it gets moved to F because Tet cannot be. There's F1, so that's going to be a B1. That's a nice pass. That's a good result there. So a good pass to Cavallero. Another 66. So this is going to be a shot. Cavallero, 10th minute. Check the assist. 63, no assists. So it's going to be, this is zone B. We're going to add 2. Up to 33 for Ivan Cavallero, the Portuguese international, but that's going to be a missed shot with a 63. 31 is going to be 4, which will lead to a corner kick. So the first set piece of the game, and I forgot to look to see who or let's see. So Everton is an A rated corner kick team, while Fulham is a C. So their chances of generating opportunities from corner kicks are pretty low. That is an 8, which will lead to a defensive chance. So we look off a defensive 3. Again, this is using Mark Finzel's chart system, so this is not exactly. Okay, so that's F12, so that'll be player 1 again. So this is going to be Richarlison F. Not exactly the stock rules way. Okay, here's 55. Is going to be 6 in F. That leads to D1, so he's going to advance it to D. See if he can get another roll. 26, that's going to be a foul suffered by Richarlison. 46 and 26 are very often fouls suffered. That's going to be on, I hate it when the 66 comes up, that's going to be on Areola, the goalkeeper. No card, but that will be a free kick in D. So, on my list, Gylfi Sigurdsson is a player who usually takes free kicks that could be shot. So he's going to be the taker here. So that's going to be a 5 in D. Actually, no, we go 14. We look at his card. 32 in zone D is going to be a header to B. Do they retain? They need it 41 or less. It's 31, so yes, they retain it in B. B44 will be player 4. Mina, center half, 53, 24 in B. So this is going to be an off-target shot by Mina, leading to a corner kick. And the corner kick is going to lead to a possession in C1 for Richarlison. So C for Richarlison, 31. 10 in C is going to be A2. Calvert-Lewin in A. 62. 27 in A is C3. Sigurdsson in C. 42 is 35 and C. That's a defensive check. 2 and 34 is going to be steal to X. And 15 is player 4. So Fulham gets it with Lamina, zone X, center midfielder, 33. So that's a 3 in X. That'll be a pass to Cavallero in D. He could wind up from there. Let's see. And it is 22. 4 in D is going to be a shot. It's going to be pretty close to his base. Shot on goal number 51, though, is going to be player 5. And player 5 has a 0, so they can't get an assist in this fashion. So we're going to subtract 1. 26. So he's going to have 12 out of 36, a 1/3 chance, and he doesn't put it on net. And it's going to be a goalkeeper outlet, so basically the keeper is going to get it off a deflection, pick it up, bring it back into play, zone X. Everton. Pickford does this to player the 41, which is 7. So it's going to be Seamus Coleman up the right side, and that is a good pass there. That's a 2. So that's a B2. Calvert-Lewin in B. There is another. There's going to be a shot for Calvert-Lewin. See if there's any assist on this. 54-7. Could be Davies, so he does have a 1, so there's no adjustment down. My eyes. 36 for Calvert-Lewin, then we add 3 for Zone B. That's up to 43, so better than a half chance at this. It's on target. Can Areola stop it? 10 scores a goal. There's his card. 34. It's in. Goal. Everton. Calvert-Lewin on a feed from Davies puts Everton up 1-0. And so a 1-0 lead for the Toffees as Calvert-Lewin converts his chance. And I don't think we're going to do any changes tactically for either team at this point. A lot of times a team like Fulham, it may be best for them since they don't have that many players that have a lot of extra low numbers. Maybe they only have a couple there. It doesn't make as much sense potentially to go with an attacking setup because you're just not going to hit as many shot chances with that anyway. So anyway, but let's see. Fulham will kick off to zone F, and it's going to be player 10. So that'll be Tim Ream, the American defender, 52. On his card leads to 30, and 30 in F is going to be a defensive check. 33 against a 3 defensive team is going to be a steal to X. So they're going to stole it, and it'll be a player 26. So it'll be the player that's indicated by 26, which is going to be player 6, Andre Gomez. 25 off Gomez. 33 in X is going to be another defensive check. 23 for a 2 is going to be a steal to E. E7. So Anthony Robinson. See if Fulham can level this game. That would be interesting. 44 is going to be out of bounds. He doesn't complete a pass. It rolls over the touchline, so a throw in. And a 7 on the throw in is going to be to zone E. And that's going to be Sigurdsson, third player here. So the Icelandic international in zone E26. That's going to be a defensive check, just misses that. So 36 for a 2 is going to be a steal to X. So Fulham does successfully defend and take control. Harrison Reed. 56 is 44. That's another one kicked out of bounds. So throw in. 61. So you add that up for a throw in. That's going to be to E. That's a total of 7. E23 is going to be Sigurdsson again. 46 is, a lot of times that's a foul suffered, but it's not here. It's going to be 33 in E, which is going to be another defensive check. Game getting a little stale here. Okay, so here's in Mark Finzel's chart, this is a potential counter straight to B for Fulham. But so they would have to win their loose ball check here. Otherwise, if they lose it, then it goes back to Everton. They're going to try. So if it's 42 or above, they get the ball in zone B, and it is. So they're going to counter to zone B. So a good counter attack here. Player 3, so it'll be Bobby Reed. So maybe a chance to generate some offense here. Let's see. 56 is 35 and B. That's going to be a defensive check. So the Toffees get back and have enough numbers. Oh, and they're going to get the ball, and Fulham may have committed a little too many forward. This is a potential for a counter to A for Everton, and it is 34. It's under 40. It's 41 or less, so that is going to be a counter for them to A. So 11 to 12 is A, 13 to 16 B, but it's going to be A 64, which is going to be player 8. So it'll have to be Michael Keane getting 66, 11, or 33 to have any chance of that being a shot. 42 is 27 in A. That'll be a C3, so a good pass now. Everton will retain possession here in the 23rd minute. Still 1-0. Sigurdsson, 61 in C is 36, is going to be a defensive check. So Fulham counteracts that. So this one is going to end up over the end line, and it will be a corner kick. If it's if the team with the ball wins the loose ball check, it becomes a corner kick. If they lose, it's a goal kick. This goes over the byline, and so a corner kick for Everton. They are an A team, and so a 10 on the A, though, is a defensive check. So nothing generated on this one. 54. So actually, this is going to be on a 2. A 54 is a pass to B. So Fulham's defense not good enough to get that, so it'll end up in 56 on the B finder. So that's going to be 6. Andre Gomez. Just outside the box, he's got it. Does he generate a chance? 15? No, 27. 27 in B is going to be a pass to Mina in C, so in the corner. 64 is 41 in C. That'll be a header to C. They've got to win a loose ball check. And they do not. So Fulham gets in the way. The Cottagers take over Zone X with 32, player 6. Harrison Reed, central midfielder, on a 22. It won't work out this time. He only has 2 low numbers. So 22, 29 in X. That'll be a defensive check. Everton's going to steal it away. Gain possession in their own half. It'll be Tom Davies. And 45, he kicks it out of bounds. The little unforced error there for the Coffee. So a throw-in, 6. That'll be Zone F. The Londoners, that'll be F16. That'll be player 3. That will be Bobby Reed. Long way from goal. 55 is not going to get it. That's the only doubles that's not on his card. 41 in F. That's a header to X. 27th minute, but just over halfway. And they are going to retain possession in X. And retain it in their own half. X53 is player 9. So that will be Michael Hector. 65. So that's a 30 in X. That's a defensive check. And a 56 on a 3. So a pass to B here for Fulham. So they're going to... 21 is going to be player 2. So maybe a chance in closer to goal here. Anguissa. 26, he's fouled. So a foul suffered by Anguissa. And it'll be the 7th committed play. So Mina. And there's a yellow for Mina. If we get a second 11 in a row, and we don't, that would be a red. But they're going to get a free kick in B. And I'm going to consult my chart here. It is going to be Bobby Reed who is going to be taking this from Zone B. Free kick opportunity. 25 is 43. That's going to be a goal kick. So in the 29th minute, it'll be a goal kick for Pickford. And he gets it just inside the halfway line. D5. So that's going to be Decore. 51 is 41 in D is going to be a header to D. So let's see if they can retain possession here. They do. 41 or less. So it's 25. So they'll have it in D. D55 is player 8. That's going to be Keane. And there is a 66 for Keane. That's going to be a shot. Zone D. So no zone adjustment. He is a 32 shot on goal guy. And this is 22. So that assist will be the top assist guy. Sigurdsson, who is a 5. He is a 5 rated assist. So we're going to add 1. So he's going to go from 32 to 33. So around a 40% chance here. But he misses the net with the shot. on 54. And what will be the result? It'll be a corner kick. Again, Everton with an A corner kick rating. 15. So that's 6. So this is going to be a defensive D6. So we're going to roll 1. If the red is greater than 2, and it is, this is going to be a shot generated off this corner kick. So that's a defensive D6. If it had been 2 or less, it would have been a defensive check. So the shot will be by the 22 off the corner kick chart. It's going to be player 2, Calvert-Lewin. This would be his second goal. If it goes in, we got to check to see who would get the assist here. 36 to player 3, Decore. There's no assist adjustment though off of a corner kick, so instead we just go straight for his 36 rating, so a 50% chance of being on target, and he misses. Misses the net, and let's see what the, it's going to be a goalkeeper outlet. He's going to throw it in. So Areola gathers it up off the missed shot. And that's to F on the goalkeeper outlet. F21 is going to be player 4. So Mario Lemina. Uh, 34 for the Gabonese. In 37 and okay, header B. So this is a chance here. They could win the loose ball check. Yeah, 37 in zone F. Can they get the loose ball? They do. So they're going to get it just outside the area. And it's going to be B1. So this is the best case scenario as far as being able to generate a shot right now for Fulham. If to maybe tie this up, let's see. 65 though is going to be 27 in B. That'll be C5. So Joe Bryan now, is he going to be able to do anything with this? Probably not. 15, 32 in C. That's a defensive check. So they don't even manage a shot on that little foray into the Everton defensive third. And so this is going to be a steal to X. For the Toffees, zone 7. Seamus Coleman, right fullback. 28 and X is going to be a defensive check. Oh boy, and 62 is going to be a pass to A. So just incisive effort here is going to get them a chance in close. It's going to be Mina making his way up closer to goal in zone A, and it's a 12. 33 in A is going to be D5. So they still keep possession with a pass, but okay, and then D5. So Decore with 15 is going to be 39 in D. Header to B. Can they get the? Can they retain possession? No. Again, the loose ball is down in the lower left-hand corner. Those are the ranges. So Fulham gains possession in X with 32. Player 6, that'll be Harrison Reed. 34th minute, so we've got about 10 minutes. 11 minutes left till the half. 62 is 26. In X, it'll be a defensive check. And this is going to be a potential. They're going to try and get this counter to go. Again, they're just over 50% in this. They do not win the loose ball check, so they're going to lose it. So the Cottagers keep it in zone X. That'll be player 3 on a 14, so it'll be Bobby Reed. And 53 is 46, and his pass is errant. It goes out of bounds. A throw in for Liverpool. 50, so 6. That'll be F. Throw into zone F. As we end the 35th minute, that'll be player 2. That's going to be Calvert-Lewin in F. 14:38 in F is a header to D. Will they retain possession? No. Waste of a 66 there. Fulham X11 and a waste in 11-11. So X1, Cavallero, far from goal, coming deep. There's another 11, so that's a pass to B2. So Anguissa in B. 35, 24 in B is going to be a shot for Anguissa. An automatic missed target shot. He's going to generate a corner kick for Fulham. And I'm going to double check here. 35 is 24 in B, right? And then so that corner kick is going to end up with a they're going to collect it in C2. So Anguissa is going to get back in C. So if 16 is 32 in C, it'll be a defensive check. Uh, 3 and 46, that'll be a steal to X, just on the edge of the steal ranges. So Everton will take over. It'll be player 5. Decore. 43 and X is going to be an out of bounds. Decore, a box-to-box midfielder. We're going to do the throw-in. It'll be zone D on a sum 5. D52 will be player 7, so Anthony Robinson, the American. 43, he commits a foul. Goes in hard on a challenge, and the referee, we've gone a while here without one. Over 10 minutes without a foul. Who is the one who is impeded here? It's going to be Seamus Coleman. And is there going to be a card for Robinson? 24, that's a no. But it will mean a free kick for Everton in zone X. 40th minute. We're looking at about a minute of stoppage time here. So the free kick will be to B on a sum 7. But it's going to be 10. B10. So Tom Davies in B. And there is a special result, potentially. So the first thing we have to do when we do the special result to 54 is we roll, and if it's a sum 7, there's a fatigue. That's an 8, so no. So now we re-roll. 46, injury check, 50-50 to see which side. So that's the first thing to do. So injury, I'll write it down here. 50-50, so if it's under 40, it's Everton, it's not going to be, it's going to be Fulham. And so then let's see. Players tackled, hard, shaken up to roll 2d6s. If it's doubles, slightly injured, may exit the pitch temporarily, receive attention. Must play a man short, the number of minutes equal to the result of a d6 roll. If other than doubles, just needed a break, add 30 seconds to the game clock and stoppage time. It's not doubles, so, well, you know what? Let's see. Well, where were we? We were in zone B, so B56 is player 6. So this is going to be Harrison Reed Now let's see your doubles. There are not, so I'm going to write it down here, okay, and Fulham is going to get a goalkeeper throw in, and we will add 30 seconds, so a minute and a half. Goalkeeper outlet will be to zone X for Fulham. And 55 will be zone 9. So 42nd minute, it'll be Hector in X. There's a 1, so a good pass to Cavallero in B. 63, though, he's going to foul somebody. So Cavallero, a poor touch of the ball. He has to chase it and ends up fouling Coleman, who gets to the ball first. So need a 14 or less for a card, and so no card there, but a free kick for Everton. That'll be to B at the 43rd minute, so nearing stoppage time here. And then so that'll be B5, so Ducore 36, 32 and B, so that'll be E4, so it will be a pass. Get to the 44th minute now. Mina in E. A 4 in E is going to be a long shot from Mina. So we're going to subtract 3. His shot on goal is 23, so that takes him down to 16, and there's no assist, so that's going to take it even down one more, so 15. So this is a probing effort. 24, that's going to be off target. Will it generate a corner kick? Nope, that's a goalkeeper outlet. So it's a shame that that 23 was wasted on such a low shot on goal number. So 8 will be F on this goalkeeper outlet to finish out the 44th minute. 7. So Anthony Robinson. They're going to have a minute and a half of stoppage time here, basically. We'll say 2 minutes. We'll round it up. 16. 44 and F is out of bounds. Throw in. Throw in 11 is to X for Everton. X4. It's going to be Mina. 52 for Mina is 34 and X. It's going to be a defensive check. First minute of stoppage time. 52, that's going to be a pass to D. So, pass completed. D16 is going to be 2. So, Calvert-Lewin, could Everton manage one final thrust here? That is going to be a foul committed by Calvert-Lewin. And player 30, that'll be 3, and the foul suffered. That'll be Bobby Reed. No card. So it'll be a free kick in the 2nd minute of stoppage time in X for Fulham. That'll be to D. 1, so maybe if they can get a double that is not 55 here, and it's 65, that's 27, the E7, and the ref's going to blow the whistle there. Gave him a little extra opportunity. 1-0 is your halftime score. Here at the break, in the 17th minute, Dominic Calvert-Lewin with a calm finish off of a feed from Tom Davies. And that's where it stands here at the half. I'm going to tally up the stats, and we'll be back for the second half shortly. All right, so we got the statistics calculated up here for the first half. Everton had 1-0, 6 shots, 2 of them on target, only 3 shots for Fulham, and they didn't test Pickford whatsoever. Possession favored Everton, maybe 55%, something to that effect. 3 fouls committed by Fulham and 4 by Everton. 3 corner kicks for the Toffees for 2 to Fulham, and that's where we're going to stand here. No changes for either team for the second half. So I'm going to finish writing up my sheet here. We'll get started. Okay, the tactics are going to stay the same as well for both teams. 4-4-2. So, that's what they're listed at on these cards and kind of in the game. It's basically a neutral tactic for Everton, defensive-minded for Fulham. And they will, I believe they start off, yes, they do, with the ball in the second half. So they will kick off to zone F. That's how we start the halves. F32. So that'll be zone F, player 6, Harrison Reed. He had picked up a slight knock in the first half, but was able to play through it. And in zone 1 F, so that is going to be, or zone F, the roll of 1, 66 is 1. That is going to be B1, so a pass to Cavallero in zone B. 24 is a 30 in B, so that's going to be passed to zone D, and it'll be Bobby Reed, Jamaican, and he's going to go ahead and dive in and foul one of Everton's players. Which one? 46, a player 5 on the suffered, so that's going to be Coleman again. He's been the target of a number of the Cottager fouls here. Had an active game, and that is going to be a card. At least a yellow, as long as it's not 11. It's not set, it'll stay a yellow. Ref shows him a card. That's the 3rd card of the day, the first for Fulham. It's going to lead to a free kick in the 48th minute to Everton in zone X. That'll be sum of 4, so that's to zone D. D16, so 2, so that'll be Calvert-Lewin. 15 is going to be 7 in zone D, and that is right at the edge of the shot. So Calvert-Lewin will have an opportunity to try and double his scoring today, but he will not be assisted. Mina is a 0 assist rating, so we got to take 1 away from Lewin, Calvert-Lewin, so it's going to be 35. It's on target. It's going to be up to Areola. Can he make the save? It's a 43, and it's a goal. Quick goal to start the second half, and that's going to definitely change Fulham's tactics as Calvert-Lewin doubles the Everton lead on a strike from 25 yards. Catches Areola napping, and it eludes him, and Calvert-Lewin puts them ahead 2-0. And so that's going to put Fulham in a world of hurt, and both teams are going to end up at 4-4-2 now. So they're going to have to open it up a bit. Can't leave anything left to spare here, as again, a draw would have been ideal for them, so they could still come back and draw. But they're going to have to put in some offense, and we should even maybe consider making them 4-3-3 They're going to kick off here to Zone F in the 49th minute. It's going to be player 10. That's going to be Tim Ream. 53 is a 26 in F. That'll be a defensive check. 3 and 44, that'll be a steal to X. Everton will get the ball. X 40, so 8. Alright, so Michael Keane has it in his own half. 21 is 42 in X, and that goes out of bounds. So, let me see something here. So on my sheet here, we can have a peek at the roster choices. So we're on Fulham here. They have Mitrovic, who it may be the only fit substitute that they have. They have a lot of guys that were unfit for this game, so if they make a sub, it's not going to lead to much offense, potentially. Although we do have what's called a fatigue roll, or a chance to boost them, and so anybody who is not fit could end up being made fit because they get this boost. So we're going to have Kearney warm up for Fulham, and actually we will have Mitrovic warm up as well, so at least they'll get one sub that could make a difference, and they're gonna have to go for it here. They're not gonna come in right yet. It's gonna be a throw in for the Londoners, and so throw in to 9 is going to be D. Oh, let's bring it back to this screen. D 41. That's going to be player 5. Okay, so Joe Bryan, probably a candidate for substitution, out. 30 in D is going to be a pass to Harrison Reed in F. 15 is 21 in F, so that will be a pass to Anthony Robinson in the same zone. Another 15. 40 in F is going to be a header to E. So I think the next stoppage they're going to make their change, and they will retain on the 42 up. So zone E, moving a little close to goal, as long as it's not, well, it'll be 10. That's fine. Tim Ream, zone E, 54. So this is a potential special result. First roll, is it sum of 7? Nope. So now we re-roll. 26. So I'll have to bring that back up onto my screen here. Midfield battle runs 2 minutes off the game clock. Use a loose ball chart to determine winner. That side sets up attack in area D. So we're going to go defense, 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 and now who ends up in D? That'll be Fulham. So D 7. So Robinson, they get away with that. If it were 8 or 9, they'd have to move it to zone F. Those guys are, one of these two will be subbed out in this change. One for Kearney, one for Mitrovic. Probably going to lower their team defense as well. So Robinson, 32 is 45, and D is going to be an out of bounds. And we're going to make the changes right here. So we'll be right back with that. Okay, so these are what the changes are going to look like. Brian is going to come out. He's right over here. For Kearney. So it's a midfielder for a midfielder swap. No doubles, so Kearney will end up in He's going to end up here behind Reed. But he is going to be fatigued. He does not get a boost on that. And then Hector, the defender. So they're going to go to 3 defenders. Robinson, Ream, and Tet. Hector is going to come out. And this is going to shove everybody back some, including Lamina, Kearney, and I think even Reed will too, because Mitrovic has the best rating on the team as far as his, so he's going to end up way up here. And now we're going to see if he gets a boost. If you get a double, it's a boost. If it's 66 or 11, and it's not, then you'd get even more of a boost. But instead, he's going to go right up here. And now I'm going to do the adjustments to the metrics that need to be adjusted here off camera. Okay, so the change has been made, and we're going to make a change right now, and we're going to have them go for it here. They're going to go 4-3-3. May not be best for them, but in this case, they've got to take some chances, and it's early enough. They've got to get 2 goals, so they're going to just give it a shot. So they're going to, Everton will stay 4-4-2. So we had sub number 1 for Fulham, sub number 2 for Fulham. That'll be a throw-in for Everton. That's going to add a minute and a half of stoppage time. Throw-in will be 6. That'll be to F. And 63 is going to be 10. So Tom Davies. 23, that should be a foul. Committed, and it is. And suffered by player 41. That'll be player 4 for, let's see, oh boy, we got to change it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be Anguissa. So we reorder those in the foul suffered column. So that changes who is there. So that'll be a free kick to Fulham in X. And we're going to take a second here to take a look at the Everton choices that they have. So they have, as far as defensive changes, they could bring in Lucas Dean, their fullback. They could bring in Allen, who is a strong defensive midfielder. They have Fabian Delph, who's kind of a defensive winger. Bernard is not fit. James Rodriguez is. Iwobi is as well. They're going to be... Richarlison hasn't had much influence in this game. They're going to actually be a little bit forward thinking here and get James Rodriguez, the Colombian, warmed up and maybe come out for Richarlison, or come in for him and do a swap out. Like for like swap. They may try to get their 3rd goal before making some defensive changes. So that is going to be a free kick in from X to D to Fulham. That's going to be D10. So Tim Ream, another potential check for fatigue, maybe? Yes, it will be a fatigue check. So then I got to bring this back up here. Oh, gee. You didn't see it. 54 was the fatigue check. I forgot to change that over. My bad. So Fulham is the team with the ball. So they're going to have the fatigue check. And who is it? It's 26. Column A chart. So this is going to be Cavallero. He is a 2. But let's see, there might be... Well, his offensive rating isn't 20 or better, so he is not. So he is going to be fatigued. This is going to hurt any chance. And actually, I forgot to put Kearney as well. So they've got 3 fatigued guys right now. And Cavallero being fatigued is going to be trouble. So they're going to have to go with one last substitution, and it's going to have to be Carvalho. And Cavallero, if he gets the ball, if it's anywhere other than inside of F, it's going to be moved to F. So so now we restart it with the goalkeeper outlet for Fulham, and it's going to be E. 16, so that'll be player 2. So instead that's going to be F2 because Cavallero is fatigued. Now you have a bunch of potential Fs here, so he could get a shot from deep. That's a little bit of a possible strategy. 36 is 24 in F. That'll be F7. Harrison Reed now has moved to the 7 position. And there's 33. Oh, and he doesn't have 33. So 36 in F is going to be a defensive check. Oh, and we should make Fulham a defensive 1 because they've dropped to 3 defenders. Okay, 3 and 43. That'll be a steal to X for Everton. X51, so that'll be 9. That's going to be Mason Holgate. That may be his first touch of the game. 63, and his first touch is going to end foul. At least on our page here. We know that this is kind of a condensed version of the different touches and whatnot. So 25, player 2, that's going to be Mitrovic. No card. Free kick in X. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do the substitution for James Rodriguez for Richarlison. No boost, so I'll be back right after I do this change. Well, and while I was sitting here doing that, I had a little spider come down on a web that he had spun, and it was like right next to me. I looked to my right a little bit, and there he is. I'm like, and smashed it. So sorry to you arachnid lovers. They don't survive too well near me. Okay, so there's the sub. I forgot to write down here, sub Everton number 1, and it'll be a free kick in X for Fulham, and that'll be to B. So as long as it's not the Cavallero, and B42, that will be to player 4, so they at least get it to somebody who. So Bobby Reed, 46. There's a foul suffered by Reed, so that will get them a free kick in B, which could be an opportunity. You never know. So the foul committed will be on Holgate, second-rated player. And will there be a card on Holgate? 23. Yes, there will be. There'll be a yellow, but no red. So another yellow here in this game. The referee has been a little card happy here. So here we go, free kick B, and we had decided that it was Anguissa who was taking the free kicks. That's a 13, so a 23. That'll be a pass to A, so that is going to be A62 is going to be 7, so it'll be Harrison Reed. What they'd love to, maybe their best chance here is to have a foul suffered. That could lead to a penalty. 45 is 28 in A, That'll be B1, so that's Mitrovic and B. Another, I think they need a double or another low number here. 32, no, it's going to be 44, and B is going to be a header to B. They're going to need to win this loose ball check, and they do not. 63rd minute, still 2-0 Everton. X and 41 is going to be player 7, so at the very least, Fulham is going to be saddled with 2 fatigued players, and it could be 3. Even if they take Cavallero out, Carvalho is also, would start fatigued unless he gets the boost. So Seamus Coleman, 35, is going to be 29 in X. That'll be a defensive check, and again, they're moved to 1, so even more chances for a pass result here, and here it is, 1 in 52. That'll be a pass to B for Everton. So the defense in even less shape to be able to stop things. So B 51, that'll be 5. Whoops, I forgot to, marked the wrong team down here, but I was using the correct cards. Okay, so it will be Ducore in B. 22. Oh, he doesn't have 22. So that's 30 in B. That'll be C. Actually, they're going to try and get this to Calvert-Lewin for his hat trick. So on a 4-3-3, if you get, we only need to roll the red one. If you get 1 through 5, and he gets it, so you can choose who you're going to pass it to, and they're going to pass it to Calvert-Lewin in C. So 4-3-3, it's a 1 to 5, 1 to 4 if it's 4-4-2, and 1 chance if they're playing 4-5-1. So 26 for Calvert-Lewin, that he is fouled in zone C, so they'll get a free kick from there by the second-ranked foul committed player. That'll be Harrison Reed. No relation to me, as far as I know. There's a miss. There's no card there, but that'll be a free kick in C. And let's see, was it James Rodriguez? Was he one of those guys? Sigurdsson or Rodriguez? They're going to have Sigurdsson take it here. 32 is going to be a header to B. It is retained by Everton. They win that. So in zone B, it'll be player 1. So that's going to be Calvert-Lewin. 61 is 39 in B. That's going to be a defensive check. 66th minute here. There's a 64, so that's byline, and it's 44. That will be a goal kick. So we're going to do the other sub, the final sub for Fulham. They're going to have to go through a good portion of the half without any further substitutions, and so Carvalho. And no doubles, so he is going to also be. We needed to give that a chance to see if maybe he'd get a boost, but he doesn't. So I'm going to finish doing the adjustments. All right, so this is going to be quite a long shot here for Fulham. I mean, it already was to begin with, just with the quality of their team, but they're going to bring in Carvalho, who is fatigued. And they're just going to hope for some kind of a miracle here. So goal kick 11 is going to be B, so that's a good start. We'd love it to be B1, 56, so that's going to be B6. That'll be Lamina. Needs some doubles here. A doubles. They don't get it. 40 in B is going to be a defensive check. And a 3 and 56, so that'd be a pass to B, so they're going to keep it in B. So still maybe a chance to generate something here. B34 is going to be player 3, so Anguissa. They avoid Carvalho, which would have moved it back to F. Now Anguissa in B, 21 almost. 41 in B. That's another defensive check, so they're not getting their rolls. We're probably about ready to think about Everton going back to a that's a steal to X, going back to a 4-5-1 to try and just play a little tighter defense on them. And so X15 is going to be player 4. So that'll be Mina, the defender. 15 is 39 in X. That'll be header to E. And it is going to be retained on the finished of margins by Everton with that 41. E24, so that'll be player 4 again. That'll still be Yerry Mina. 55 doesn't have a double there, but that is a 21, so it will be a pass to Seamus Coleman in D. Another 55, but again, he doesn't have anything there. 41 in D is going to be a header to B. Trying to maintain some possession here. They lose possession, though, on that header. Ends up in the wrong feet. And it'll be X46. That'll be player 8, Anthony Robinson. Only had a couple of, only one shot so far in this half. 42 for Robinson is 33 in X. Defensive check. Defensive 3. And I forgot to do this. There we go. They're one defense. So 46 with a 3 is going to be a steal to X. Just gets it into the steal range. X15, so it'll be Yerry Mina in X. And 35. 29 in X is a defensive chance. 1 and 16, so that'll be a steal to E. Once you get below 2, the range for the counter is diminished. E10. That's not the worst, because the 9, the 5, and the 2 are all fatigued, so you can't even get to E with those guys. 35 is 35 in E. That's a defensive check. Now there is a chance for a counter to B, but Everton is going to take the steal to E. That's the other option. You can just accept the steal to E, which they're going to do. 31. They just want possession at this point. It'll be a Ducore in E. 14 is 41 in E. That'll be a header to E. They get better than, just better than 50% chance, and they lose it there on their loose balls. So X. We're into the 71st minute. X54 is going to be 9. All right, so Fulham still kind of they're trying to half this margin if they can. They're down 2-0. But both teams are doggedly clogging the center parts of the pitch. And so this is going to be Tet, who is fatigued. 55, there's 34, and X is going to be another defensive check. 3 and 34 will be a steal to X. So X1. It's going to be Calvert-Lewin and X. He's not going to get a shot from there. Maybe he can find a good pass. Okay, 44 is a 5 in X. We go to D2. So the substitute James Rodriguez, the Colombian, 61 in D, is going to be 41 in D. A header to B, if they can get the loose ball. And they do. 41 or less. So they're going to, someone's going to have it in B. It's going to be Calvert-Lewin. Can he come up with a shot number here? 52 is 26 in B. That'll be B3. That'll be Sigurdsson. 74th minute now. 56. 34 in B. That'll be D2. So Rodriguez from a little farther out. 46. He's going to be fouled by the 8th players of 11, 10, 9, 8A. So Mitrovic is the guilty party, and 22 does not get a yellow. That'll be a free kick in D, and we'll have Sigurdsson take the free kick. We're also going to get, let's see, another substitution. They'll have Allen warm up, probably to replace Sigurdsson here. So free kick in D, 45 is 22 in D. That is a pass to A. That's going to be A10, wow. So it's going to be Tom Davies. Oh, and they get a shot out of this. It's going to just be a regular shot because he doesn't have a very good offensive number. It could be a special shot if... It could be a +10 if it was one of the big dogs, but it won't be. This will be a shot by Davies. He's an 11, so this is going to be a really low... I mean, you might get it up into the 20s here, depending on who the assist could be from. So the second assist player can be Decore is a 3, so you add 1, so you add 6. So he's going to get up to 21. Chances are under 20%, and it's on target. Are they going to get a third goal from a guy who probably didn't score in the real season? 45 is going to be a rebound to B. So that, there you go, 45. 4 is, wait, 45 is 4. That's a rebound to C, excuse me. So a big save from Areola keeps them in this. Now it's a loose ball check lost. So Fulham will get it in X. 76th minute. X10. So 3 minutes of time run off there by Everton in that little foray. 64 is going to be 46. That's out of bounds, and that's going to bring us to the second substitution for Everton. And that'll be Allen, who is going to come in for Sigurdsson to be more of another defensive player. And so we'll do that right here. Sigurdsson is going to come out, and everybody will move up and make room for Allen. Okay, and then we're going to make it even tougher for Fulham. We're going to go to a 4-3-3 for Fulham and a 4-5-1 mentality for Everton. So we're going to end up around 4 minutes of stoppage time at the moment, maybe 5. Let's make it 5. We'll make it 4. So here's your throw-in. 7 is going to be E. E53 is going to be player 8. So Allen, right, straight into the match. He's going to get a chance with the ball at his feet, and he's going to immediately foul somebody, which is kind of like par for the course for him. He's a holding midfielder and a bit of a bruiser of a tackler, so part of his game. And it's going to be the most likely to, so it's going to be Kearney. who gets fouled. And a 12, that will be a yellow. Allen is got to hope for no 11 here. No, just a yellow. Which we're going to put these dice right here. We're going to turn Allen into, which is going to actually drop the team rating. So this is going to, he's going to be playing safe. So this makes every other yellow card, he needs an 11 to get another yellow now. So if he were to get a fatigue roll as well, it would change this back. So this is going to change down to 7, and it's actually going to switch it over to Fulham being +1. So they're going to get a little more of the ball than they have been. It's going to be a 35, the top number for Everton, and a 36 for Fulham. But it's also going to keep, they do not want to lose Allen. So they're basically telling him to play safe here and not dive in on tackles. Now sometimes they don't listen, and so that's why we. So this is gonna be to C. That's why it's still the 11 could get him red, basically red carded. So C54 is gonna be player 6. So Lamina in C. 53 is a 34 in C. That's a defensive check. 3 and 3 and 62. Wait, let me see. Yeah, 3 and 62. So this is gonna be a pass to A for Fulham. A31. That's player 2. So it's gonna end up in F2. Carvalho. 46 is 44 in F. That'll be out of bounds. So that's too bad that he's fatigued. But at this point in the season, they're lacking fitness. So that's going to be a throw into F for Everton. At 43 is going to be player 8. It's going to be Allen, who is. So the it's the same as fatigue too, so he can't get it inside F. 65. So he is fouled. Committed by, we're going to have Thomas take the free kicks from here on out. So 51, player 6 on the committed side of things. 10, 7, 6. Looks like Anthony Robinson commits the foul. Yep, there is a yellow for Robinson. I don't believe he has gotten one yet. No red. Quite a few cards here in this one. This is going to be a free kick in the 81st minute for the Toffees. It's a 9 in F, so it'll be zone C. That's going to be Calvert-Lewin in C. Could he get his hat trick here? I don't think I've had a hat trick yet in this. Ooh, here we go with a 3 in C. That will be a shot. Calvert-Lewin, is there anybody assisting this which could help his range? No, there isn't. Actually, it's going to drop it. So no adjustment because C would make it +1. No assist would drop it 1. So it's just a straight up 36. He's got a 50% chance. 36 or less, it's missed. Now we got to see what the result of this missed shot is. It's a corner kick. So still a chance for Calvert-Lewin to get his hat trick. Still an A corner kick, but this is a shot, and this is going to be, let's see. So this is going to be a shot for sure. Who by? We re-roll off the corner kick chart. 42, that'll be player 5. So it'll be Andre Gomez. No assist. We will roll it to see who gets the assist rating. Well, just the assist potentially. 3. So it would be Coleman the assist here, but Gomez goes straight off of his ranking, which is 22. No adjustment. Can he get a low number? He does. It's on goal. Could he get the third and put this game away for Everton? 14 is a goal. That's going to put the finishing touches on this one, and Andre Gomez gets his first goal of the season. Goal for Everton, and the home fans have a party as the team in white is showing their stuff here in front of the faithful at Goodison. 82 minute. Gomez from Coleman. That makes it a 3-0 game, and it's going to it's pretty much going to salt this one away. The Cottagers are going to drop back to a 4-4-2 and not be quite as aggressive. They don't want to get completely annihilated here, but Everton's going to start getting a third substitute going. It'll be Fabian Delph, wide midfielder. Might bring out Gomez. So it's going to be a kickoff here for Fulham. They're out of subs. One left for Everton. 54 for F is going to be 9. So 83rd minute, we've got 7 minutes plus about 6 minutes of stoppage time here to play. Referee might cut that a little short. We'll see. F9. So 12 is 41. F is going to be a header to X. They lose it here. X33. It's going to be player 7. So Michael Keane. Zone X for the Liverpudlians. 62 is 25. And next, that's a defensive check. We're going to probably have a lot of this as we're closing out the game here. 42 on a 1 is going to be a pass to D. D25, that'll be player 3. So Mina. 52 is 34 in D, is a defensive check. 63, that's a pass to A for Everton. So they're going to keep moving a little closer here. A4, that'll be Decore in A. 51 is 41 in A. That'll be a header to B. Do they retain it? Again, they're just under 50% now, but they do get it. Everton retains. 85th minute. B56 is going to be player 6. That'll be Seamus Coleman. 14 in B is 25. This is going to be a shot for Coleman that's off target. Auto-generated shot. It will end up with E5. So that will be Gomez, goal scorer. Zone E. 54 is going to be a special result. Is it fatigue? It is fatigue, and it will be for Everton. So that's the player who will be coming off for Delph. Who will it be? 51. Player A is going to be 5. It'll be Gomez. So that means that's going to kind of like play according to plan here. So we're going to go with a goalkeeper outlet for Everton. 10 is X. X22 is 5. So Gomez can have it in X. 52 is 33 in X is a defensive check. 66 byline. So if it's 35 or less, it'll be a corner kick. they aren't going to do the player change on the corner kick. 4 for an A is going to be a header shot on goal. So 32 for the corner kick is going to be player 3. That'll be Mina. That's going to be shot by Mina on goal. I'm going to put a header here just as a note. And so this could be a 4th goal. 25, it won't be. That'll be a corner kick, another corner kick here. For Everton, 88th minute now. Time winding down. 8. Defensive D6. Now they're a 1, so only a 1 will stop this. And so this will be a shot. Shot by, let's see, corner kick 63-8. We're gonna say Allen can do this. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna say, see, he cannot have a shot in deep. So it's gonna be, instead it's gonna go out to F8, and that's where it's gonna continue on. And they're gonna kick it out of bounds here. And the reason they're going to do that, you can do this at any time in this game. They're going to do the switch for Gomez because he is fatigued. They're going to bring out Gomez. They're going to bring in Fabian Delph. He doesn't get a boost, so we'll make that change right here. Okay. Well, I'm not playing as much of the stuff with doing the read because we're in the 89th minute here. We're getting close to stoppage time. Throw in to X for Fulham. X10. Just trying to see this game out at this point. They know their chance has long since gone. 27 and X can be a defensive check. Still a 3 there for 3 and 42. That'll be a steal to X for Everton, and it could be that they end up salting this game away at this point. We'll see. 25 and X 6. I mean, they already have got an insurmountable lead, but they may never exceed possession here. Let's see, 46 for Keane is going to be 40 in X. Header to X. Let's see, the loose ball. They retain. X36 is going to be player 7. Allen and X. 43, he fouls, so they will. Now see, this is why we did this safe mode, because if he gets an 11, only now an 11 here will get him sent off. And actually, even with that, he needs it's still a 50-50 roll whether he does or not. 36 is going to be player 4 on the foul suffered side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be Bobby Reed. So it's going to take an 11 plus a half roll, so no yellow. Free kick and X for Fulham. They'd like to break up Pickford's clean sheet. I don't think Pickford has had to make a save in this game. That'll be to zone C. C in 21 is going to be player 1, so Mitrovic gets it. Could get yeah, he's going to have a shot on goal here. C6 is a shot. He's not going to have a shot on goal. He could. He's going to have a chance to unleash a shot. 52 is going to be player 6. I don't think that is going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Carvalho doesn't have that rating, so it's going to be just 31 for Mitrovic. And it's right on the money. He gets it on goal. Is Pickford going to lose his clean sheet? See his card. We haven't had to look at it yet. 11. No, it's going to be a rebound to D. So does get a save. 2nd minute of stoppage time. And and they retain it in D. 25-3. Or no, that's lost to X. X25 is going to be player 6. All right. So Keen and X. Okay, 25, 35, and X is going to be a header to B. So this is going to have a close to 50-50. No, it's going to be lost. X 63, so 10. So Ream. End of the third minute of stoppage time here. We just got a couple minutes left. 42 is 23 and X. That's going to be a defensive check. Steal to F for Everton. F26 is going to be player 5. Right back, Seamus Coleman, 53. 40 and F, that's a header to F. And that is going to be lost to Zone X for the Cottagers, 56. So that'll be 9. So that'll be Tet. 24 is 30 and X, that's a defensive check. We're heading to the 5th minute here shortly. We're going to take it to 6 just for the sake of taking it there. Steal to E. Everton is going to get it back. E45. That'll be 7. Allen, it'll have to move to F. F7 because he's in safe mode. And he's going to foul another guy. Who's he going to foul? 35-4. Suffered 1, 2. So it'll be Reed again. 24. No card. That'll be a free kick in X for Fulham. Only have about a minute and a half left here. So 34. So that'll be to B. Pickford's still holding on to his clean sheet. Will he be able to here? So it's B1. This is going to be Mitrovic. And a 44 is 5 and B. This will be a shot. And he will get a couple of, at least a couple. 42 is going to be 4. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kearney. But he doesn't have the assist. Tet, he doesn't get it, so it's going to be unassisted. So we're going to only upgrade it by 2 to 33. Can you get another shot on goal here? No, it's off target. If it's a goalkeeper outlet, this game's over. It's going to be corner kick, even in the middle ranges. So one final chance here. They're rated C, so you need something. It's going to be a goal kick, and the whistle blows. That is your final from Goodison Park. 2 goals for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 1 for Andre Gomez in the second half. 3-0 your final as the Toffees get their first win of the season against relegation fighters Fulham. I'm going to go ahead and total up the statistics. I forgot to change this here, as I always do. And your final here, Goodison Park, 3-0 Everton. We'll be right back with the totals. All right, so the players are gassed. The coaches have shaken hands. They've exchanged their shirts. The players have, and the buses are going to be loaded up here soon at Goodison Park as the Toffees see off Fulham by a score of 3-0. Pickford does get his clean sheet, is forced to make a save near the end to preserve that shutout. Areola makes 3 saves on 6 shots faced, so about a 50% rate there. The goals, 17th minute, Calvert-Lewin gets his, well, let me tell you. He gets his, let's see, player stats by team. And Calvert-Lewin, I believe that's his first goal. Yes, it is. Actually, up to this point, Everton had only had 1 goal scored thus far in the season, so he doubled their season total with that goal fed by Tom Davies to make it 1-0. Then that lead was doubled just after the half as Dominic Calvert-Lewin deposited another one, giving him a brace and making it 2-0. And just to add insult to injury for the Cottagers, Andre Gomez finished it off with less than 10 minutes to go with a cheeky finish off a Seamus Coleman cross, and that made it 3-0, and that's where it finished off. Shots 12-5 in favor of Everton, 6 of them on target, only 1 managed by the Cottagers as they will head back down towards London. Possession went about 53% Everton's way, so they took most of the ball on this one. 6 corner kicks to 3 for Fulham. Neither team was caught offside. 10 fouls committed by Everton to 7 for Fulham. 4 yellows earned by the Toffees, 2 by Fulham, and then that's about it for our stats for this one. So anyway, hope all right, so as you can see with the updated table here, Everton gets their first victory. That moves them up into the top half in 9th place. Of course, West Ham United has yet to play this week. They'll have a Monday game. This is effectively a Sunday game for Everton and Fulham. Fulham drops into the relegation positions. So they have scored a couple goals here so far in this young campaign, but it looks like it's going to be a tough one for them. Sheffield United, and we'll see who the other, could be West Brom, could be Burnley, maybe a surprise. Crystal Palace is down there right now. Wolves, although I think Wolves will emerge from that bet for the better, but we'll see. Still have a long way to go. So anyway, this is again a the point of this was to play out a game that maybe might not be a marquee matchup, and it kind of ended up getting a little bit bogged down in certain places just because they're 2 teams that don't necessarily play a beautiful style of football. Fulham, obviously, their quality isn't so great. Everton, they have some great players. They just don't always get the passing to the level that they would like, and it's hard for them to get chances for guys like Richarlison. They did get a couple here for Calvert-Lewin tonight, and another one by Andre Gomez. So, but anyway, they're in the top half, and I would expect them to be hanging around there. Leicester City so far has been the class of the Premier League. They sit in first on 9 points. No draws, no defeats yet. Aston Villa, Leeds United, and Liverpool hang right below them with 7. And the blue side of Manchester is right there with Tottenham and Newcastle United and Manchester United. So anyway, that's where we have it for now. May do another game here in the next few days. Like I said, I have West Ham. They've got to finish off this week's schedule against Tottenham. That could be an interesting one. It's a London derby. And so let's see if we come back for that one. Maybe that one will have some more intensity in it. The derbies are always good, cross-town rivalries. So anyway, this is APBA Soccer, and this is Tenacious Sports. Hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the little notification button if you want to see when we're live. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of live APBA, but this one, doing pre-recordings, and as you can see, I'm not wearing the same outfit. I started this game the day before yesterday. Not the day before, yesterday. And I got to the point where I needed to put it away for the day and come back to it. And so that's what you can do on your tabletop sometimes. It's kind of a nice way to do a project, and you can leave something. You just want to make sure you leave it in a place that is easy to come back to. Anyway, one last thing. So this is, like I said, APBA Soccer. Thanks to Mark Finzel, also known as Dr. Z, for the charts that we've used here, and I'm using for this whole project. This is going to be a long, multi-year project. This season seems as good as any. For one thing, it was a season without fans for the most part, so or with limited fans for most of it, if not all of it. So might be good to recreate it here and just see, give us a little bit of a glimpse into some of these teams. And yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll have a surprise. There's some interesting teams up top. So anyway, hang in there. Thanks for watching, and see you back here soon.